could also mean in terms of numerical amount, not actually
I want to see the other camera.
But you said anything.
Quality.
You know what's anything?
Anyway, so going back to the verse that I mentioned that he has addressed,
Yeah.
Jesus says, and I will do whatever you ask in my name. Whose name? Jesus. So that the Father may be glorified in the Son. You may ask me for anything in my name,
You repeat the same.
and I will do it. So who's doing it?
No.
Who's answering prayers?
Look.
Jesus is.
No, look.
Now he's saying, that's a contradiction. Well, if you want to make that argument,
No,
you have to
that's
explain why the
contradiction.
Quran affirms the Injil. Because now...
What's Injil, first of all?
The Injil. The
Do
Injil
you,
is the
do you
message
have
that
the
was
name?
given to
Wait.
Israel.
If you go back
You're
to
interrupting
Injil,
me. Come on.
Okay,
You're
speak.
interrupting me. Right. So the Quran in many places affirms the validity of the Torah and the Injil. Jews are told to judge by the Torah. Christians are told to judge by the Injil. Right? I believe that's Surah 350. I could be wrong, but that might be.
It's chapter 5. Don't worry.
Well, the ones I'm quoting, chapter 5, 46,
chapter 5.
47, 48, right? You're aware of the verses. They affirm that there is a validity in the Torah and the Injil. The problem is
Are we
that
discussing
know,
about Injil or Trinity, first of all?
well, you need to be able to give a defense of this, because if you want to hold that the Bible contradicts, that means that my religion has a contradiction in it. It means your religion is completely wrong because your religion affirms it and it says there's no contradiction.
Okay, let me come to that point now. Okay, now he's going to another point.
It's not another point.
No, he's going to another point, which is the Bible, the one he has now, was approved by the Quran, by Allah in the Quran. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you one thing. Allah never approved Bible. He approved Injil.
Yes.
Wait, let me finish. And the book Allah gave to Jesus was never called Bible, and it was complete when Jesus was on this earth. It was complete. Not the one you wrote, your unknown authors wrote after Jesus ascended to the heaven. Do you know in Matthew chapter 24, verse 14, Jesus said, this gospel will be preached to all nations. What does the word this mean? This means it's indicating an object, which means Jesus had a book his time on earth, was given by God, and it was already complete and it was given to Israel, not to Gentiles. And Allah said in the Quran, chapter 3, verse 49, Allah said, وَرَسُولٌ إِلَى بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ. Indeed, we sent Jesus to Israel, not to Gentiles. Even Jesus in the Bible said in Matthew chapter 15, verse 23, 26, he said, I was only sent, only, the word only, we know only is only, sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So now my point is, the book Jesus had his time on earth. It's not the one they wrote after Jesus ascended to heaven. So where is that book Jesus was indicating and Jesus said, this gospel will be preached, this gospel. Where is that book? Where is that book?
Okay, so this is really interesting, because he actually brought up the point that I was going to bring up. He says, no. The Injil we have today, the Gospels we have today, are corrupt. That's what I'm getting again.
No, I'm saying corrupt, and it's not the one you...
Okay, it's not the same
it's
one.
not the one
that
Jesus
is
was
the
given
hand
his
is
time
different,
on
right?
earth.
He's saying it's different.
Yes.
Where is it then? Where is it? Give me one manuscript. Right, so Jesus was a failed prophet.
It's lost.
Was Jesus a failed
Those
prophet?
books are lost because Allah never promised.
Oh, he never promised.
Wait, I'm giving you a verse in the Quran. Chapter 5, Allah said, we entrusted prophets and monks and rabbis to look after their books. But Allah, He promised to look after the Quran, chapter 15, verse 9. That book is lost.
The fact that you've lost it.
So now my point, I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure it's my time.
No, you didn't answer my question.
Right.
I want you to answer my question. Go on. My question is, the book, Jesus, his time on earth, he had a book. And he said this gospel, he pointed this book. So where is that book Jesus was pointed? I don't want the one you unknown authors wrote for you after Jesus ascended.
So first of all, he's saying, there was this book, right? This book in the Gospel of Matthew mentions this book. Right, first of all, gospel means good news. So this good news doesn't mean an object. That's a really bizarre argument. Second of all, if there was a book, which according to you there should have been, is different from what we have today and the earliest manuscripts, we should be able to have evidence of it. But there is no evidence of it. That's how we know it's a lie.
When did you write that book?
What?
The Bible, when was written? The Bible?
So the earliest manuscripts
I'm
we have.
asking, when was written? When Jesus was on the earth or after he
There would have
ascended?
been copies.
I'm just
There would have
asking.
been copies. This is within at least. So if you're talking about the Bible, the
Can
earliest.
you answer my question?
I'm trying to. The earliest account of particular books of the Bible being written, according to secular scholarship, are the letters of Paul. So, for example, First Corinthians or Ephesians, right? And scholars would estimate roughly about 20 to 25 to 30 years after.
Thank you. After Jesus ascended.
Yeah, he died, he rose again.
Thank you. After Jesus
Now
ascended.
let me address your other point, which you made a few points. The second one is it's basically, so let's make it clear, Jesus only came to the Jews. He did not come to the Gentiles.
Yes.
Right, his ministry on earth was, yes, for the Jews. Did he still have interactions with the Gentiles? Yes. That's recorded in lots of places throughout all the four Gospels. But what did he say after he resurrected? He made it very clear that we are to go out to all nations and proclaim the one name of Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. He made it clear that this actually is after he resurrected for the Gentiles. This is recorded in Matthew 28 verse 19. It's recorded in Acts, which was written by Luke in chapter 1 verse 8. And we can go on and on. It's also found in Luke. Funny enough, people forget this, or to be explicit, Muslims tend to forget this. But it's clear to any Christian there is a command to go to all nations. We also find this prophesied in Isaiah, in the Old Testament, and how there is a call to the Gentiles that one day they will accept the God of Israel. So again, it's up to him to show where this Injil is. Because he said there was an Injil, it got lost somehow, which I think is a very bad excuse for trying to say that there is an error in the Quran. The Quran in Surah 5, ayah 46-47, makes it clear that actually the Quran does affirm the validity of the Injil. That came at the time of Muhammad.
Not your book.
What was the Injil at the time of Muhammad? Exactly what we have here. Why? Because every Bible today, when we do a translation into a different language, we get the original copies that we have. That is the Codex Sinaiticus, the Codex Vaticanus. And guess when they came? Around 300 AD, 300 years before Muhammad. So either you have a dilemma. If the Injil was corrupted, then you have to say when. When is the Injil corrupted? If it was corrupted before Muhammad, then Muhammad came and confirmed the corrupted book, he is a false prophet. If it was corrupted after Muhammad, then we can check the earliest copies we have and see that Muhammad was lying.
Okay. So now he's making a point. He's trying to say Quran approves the Bible. And also, I also mentioned in the Quran, no, I don't believe the Bible is called Injil.
No. Because not the Bible, it's Injil.
Yeah, Injil. So we Muslims believe Injil came from God and it was there the time of Jesus. And the book they have, he admitted, it was written after Jesus ascended to the heaven. So now this clearly tells us the book that Allah confirmed, which is Injil, is not the same book as the one they have, which they call it Bible. It's very clear. Jesus also in Revelation 1:1 it says a slave Jesus was given a book and he received from God. But here we come to this point. If you go to Luke 1:3, he said, I decided to write an account for you. Luke 1:3. That means
the revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him.
Gave him. Okay,
right.
Who gave him?
The revelation.
Okay, who gave him
God.
revelation?
We all know that
gospel.
when the Christian
Okay,
is God, is the
so
Father, Son, and Holy
wait.
Spirit. Remember.
Jesus said this gospel. What was he pointing?
It's revelation. It literally
No,
tells you
no.
the revelation
wait,
from Jesus
let me
Christ.
finish.
A revelation is what?
Okay,
the message.
wait. Who gave him?
God.
God gave him. So the book we believe in Islam, Allah said in the Quran, that book was given to Jesus.
But
It
you
was
lost it.
it was complete.
And you lost it.
It was complete Jesus' time on earth.
Can you tell me what was
So the one you wrote after Jesus ascended to the heaven 30 years
when
later.
your Quran
So
was
that
compiled
means you cannot use the Quran to justify the Bible. When the Bible was written after Jesus ascended, and the book that Quran approved was there Jesus' time. And secondly, you said Jesus was sent to all Gentiles. It doesn't make sense. Look here, logically, Jesus' time on earth, he didn't preach Gentiles.
He actually talked to Gentiles.
Wait. Please wait. I know Matthew chapter 24, chapter 15, verse 23 to 26. The lady came, the Gentile lady came. She came to him, and he said, I was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And his disciples, all of them ignored the lady. And Jesus, when he used to instruct his disciples in Matthew 10:5, he used to say, do not go where the Gentiles and Samaritans are. So tell me logically, Jesus, his time on earth, he did not preach Gentiles. He did not ask his disciples to go to Gentiles. He did not say, I was sent to the Gentiles. He let them die while worshiping another God. That's why he said to the Samaritans, you do not know what you worship, but we know what we worship. The true worshippers will worship God alone. Why would he let them worship another God his time on earth? Logically, it doesn't make sense. And here, Paul came after some time, he said, I was sent to the Gentiles. Guess what, Paul? Himself, he contradicted. He said, the people who were with me, they had voice. Another verse, they had voice. No, they never had the voice, but they seen someone.
Can you put the time?
Contradiction.
Massive contradiction.
So now,
Monumental
He
contradiction,
said,
yes.
the people who were with me, they seen light. Another verse, they
said
never
he was
seen
the
light.
Yes.
They
John chapter
had
8, verse
voice.
12.
Contradiction. Paul himself,
Your
one
Quran
thing,
affirms the Injil.
Christians, Injil, no, the Bible you have, I already talked about. Do
Where
not
is it?
repeat the same thing.
Where is it?
Allah, it's lost now.
Right, so Jesus
It's
is the
not the
final
one you
prophet
have.
according to you.
Because the Quran, the
Jesus
book Quran,
failed.
Okay.
wait, the book Quran approves,
sorry.
Allah said Jesus was given to Jesus.
Jesus lost it.
Allah said that book
Did he lose it?
was
Siraaj.
sent
Where is it?
and given to Israel.
Siraaj.
No, Gentiles.
Siraaj.
So this book you have
I got the
now,
copies here. Show them the copies. Which one you believe in? I got all the copies here.
Show me the,
All the copies. One Quran. Which one does he believe in?
look,
Bring all the copies
I'll
out.
show you he's got many Bible here.
That's not anything to do
Okay,
with
wait. Also, in addition to that, the Bible is incomplete. It is incomplete.
Well, technically the Quran
Corrupted.
is incomplete, 'cause you've got it.
Quran is complete and is not corrupted.
No, according to Uthman,
I can show you.
standardized
Look.
140
He
surahs
said,
according
look.
to your
He said, let me come to the Trinity.
history of Al-Tabari.
Let me disapprove Trinity according to the Old Testament and all prophets of the Bible. Paul is the first person to preach Trinity. David, look, David, Jesus never practiced Christianity. He never worshipped triune God. Jesus himself. Jesus himself. What? Okay, what did he practice,
So
Jesus?
Jesus made it very clear.
Please
In the
tell me,
verse-
what did Jesus
in
practice?
the verses I told people, Jesus said you can pray in his name and he will answer
Please
prayers.
tell me.
In John chapter
Jesus-
20 verse 28, Jesus affirms that yes, he is God.
No.
See, he won't ever
No,
address
no,
this.
he said-
no.
Wait, please wait.
But we also
I
know
just told him that verse is
from Mark
contradiction.
12 verse 28.
That verse is contradiction and he cannot do
But
what
your
Jesus
Quran
did.
affirms
Look,
Injil. This is
no,
the
that
Injil,
Injil we
you
already
understand that?
discussed. Do not repeat
So
that.
Jesus was a failed
Do not
prophet.
repeat that.
He's saying that the
Jesus
Injil
is not
was
failed
lost.
prophet.
Where is the Injil?
Injil
Where
was
is the Injil?
asked others to look after
Tell
it, the
me-
monks
tell me
and the
where the
rabbis.
Injil is.
That
Tell
one
me
is
where it
gone.
is. Tell me
But
where it is.
now,
So
my
Jesus is a
point
failed
is,
prophet, according to you.
you don't have the book that Jesus preached
Right,
his time on
it
earth.
got
Do you
lost.
have? Do you have that book?
Did Jesus lose the
Where is
Injil?
that book? Okay, I'm asking,
Did-
where is that book?
According to you.
No, according to you, where is that book?
We believe we have the current
No,
account
where
of
is that
Jesus,
book?
What he said
No,
during
where
the
is
witness.
that book?
What do you mean, where is that
The
book?
book that Jesus preached his time on earth. Where is that book?
There wasn't a book. Jesus
No,
wasn't
there was
reading
a
from
book.
a book.
There was
Jesus
a book.
was giving
Look.
revelation.
He said this gospel. What does
What
this
does gospel mean?
Okay,
Gospel, in Greek,
Okay, what do you call the
evangelion.
Bible?
What
Okay,
does
wait.
evangelion mean?
Okay, what-
Evangelion means good news.
Wait, listen.
Jesus is pointing to the good news.
Okay, I'm asking one question.
This is very.
What do you call this
And I've
book
already
here?
caught you out.
Please wait.
Revelation 1:1.
What do
where
you
does
call
it,
this book?
like, say
The Bible. What do you call gospel? Another name for gospel. Bible is what?
Where does it clarify? Because you got taken
No, what do you call gospel? What's gospel?
Where does it say that?
What's gospel?
Matthew, Mark.
So exactly. So when he literally
Thank
just
you.
said that.
Okay, okay.
You call the Injil.
Look.
Injil is the
Okay,
Islamic word.
shall I finish?
I'm trying to
Anyway,
explain it to you.
look, he said gospel is the books that Mark, Luke, Matthew
the
written
accounts of
after
Jesus.
Jesus ascended to the heaven.
Just
And
like
Jesus
Surah
is
Al-Baqarah.
time. Wait.
Was written
If
by
I
an
say
unknown
now,
author.
wait. please. If I say now, he said the gospel is the one Mark, Luke, Matthew, all of them wrote down.
Time this. What's going on?
Just times it
One
because
time.
he won't
No, I'm just
give him
making my point.
like
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay.
No, I don't want 2 minutes. I
no
want you
problem.
to answer
You
that
got-
question.
you got-
Wait,
We had
wait.
like 7 minutes.
Okay, wait. Look, he said the gospel now he has is the one who wrote Mark, Luke, Matthew, all of them wrote it. Okay?
Every
and
historical evidence points to
Jesus, his time, he said this gospel.
Yeah.
And this
Which
gospel
is the
you have,
good
wait,
news,
can I finish?
evangelion. Do you know Greek?
The gospel he has now, he said it.
I know
wait,
enough about
brother,
what
wait,
gospel
let me
means
finish.
in Greek. Yeah.
Brother, wait, let me finish.
Evangelion.
Look,
good
wait.
news. He doesn't-
No, he said this gospel now, he has Mark, Luke, Matthew, all of them wrote that book. And Jesus, his time, he had the gospel. He said this gospel. If I say this gospel, what am I
It's good
pointing?
news.
What does this
You don't know
indicate?
what gospel means.
No.
That's the problem.
Now he
Wait.
said, look, brother, look. He said, look. Wait, let me
don't
finish.
know
You
what it
contradicted your words. Look,
No, I've always
he
said
said gospel is the
Means
one
what?
Wait, you said the gospel is the one who Mark.
No, what's the meaning of it?
Wait, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, the
message
message.
of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
Those books, yes, all
was
of them.
later written down.
Okay.
Yes.
And
understand?
Jesus had a book, gospel.
No.
No.
It doesn't say that.
He said this gospel.
What does gospel mean?
Mean.
Evangelion.
That's the
what
book.
Does Evangelion
What does it mean?
mean?
What does it mean?
Good
Wait.
news.
Oh,
That's it.
goodness. So,
Good news.
so why do you call
What's
the
the
book?
good news?
Now he's contradicting. He
What is
said
contradicting?
Mark, Luke, and Matthew. Their
44
books is
seconds.
called gospel. So one time he
You're
said,
recording. You're not debating, yeah?
Hey, Lamin. Lamin, when are you become a Christian?
You guys today, they're all running away from me. Running away from the Bible.
the name, the Quran is the name. Is a book name. Is the name of the book. Is the name of the book. Is the name of the
Right,
book.
but when you talk about the Quran, you talk about the word of Allah.
It's the name
The
of
word
the book.
Quran is in the Quran. The word Bible is not the
Yes,
Bible.
The word the Bible is Bible. Gospel is a word. The name of the
So have we
Bible is
lost the
gospel.
message of Isa?
So where is that gospel?
Have we lost the
Jesus
message
said
of
this
Isa?
gospel will be preached to all nations.
Have we
He
lost
was
the
holding.
message of
Where is
Isa?
that gospel?
You've
There's
lost
an
it.
answer.
You've lost it.
Where is it then? Where
We
is that?
have
Right, time.
We have accounts, right?
Right, time. 3 minutes.
Where is
Sam.
it?
We have the earliest historical records of the earliest accounts of Jesus, all of what we affirm. They are not what this man affirms. This man believes in something that came 600 years later, that has no history to it whatsoever. Bart Ehrman,
Using your Bible.
atheist scholar of New Testament scholarship, completely rejects the Quranic
Look,
belief.
look.
Who?
Why?
Now-
So does every scholar.
Bart Ehrman.
Because no one would believe something that came 600 years later, that has no historical basis, and all it does to justify itself and goes, oh no, that Injil, it was corrupt, it's totally corrupt.
I quote
It
you
happened
from
to
the
say
Quran.
exactly what we said.
You use the Quran and I
Because
prove
only
you
use
from
the
the
Quran.
Quran. Yes.
His faith
You
is a
use the Quran.
circular faith.
You use
The
the
Injil
Quran.
is corrupt because the Quran
Yeah.
says so. The Quran is true because the Quran says so. It's just circular.
Quran disapproved
Very
your book.
circular.
I give you
it's
the
clear.
verse.
Let me give you the earliest account
Siraaj.
of Jesus' life.
Siraaj.
The earliest accounts are those recorded by people who came to be known by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Now he says, oh, but they didn't have their name on it. They were anonymous.
You don't even know the surnames.
They don't even know who wrote Surah
Mark,
Al-Baqarah.
where's the surname? Mark.
They have no idea who wrote
Where's
the
the
versions in
surname?
their
We
own
got the
Quran.
surnames, all of them, their backgrounds. Tell me
Who
the
wrote
background of
Surah
Mark.
Al-Baqarah?
Look, look.
Who
Tell
wrote
me.
Surah Al-Baqarah?
Look.
Who wrote Surah Al-Baqarah?
The people who wrote the Quran, we know them.
Who wrote Surah
Zayd
Al-Baqarah?
is one of them.
Zayd
is
wrote
one-
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Zayd- No,
You can-
the
Find me-
reciters.
find me-
Wait.
Tell me who wrote it.
We know who wrote the Quran, we know their background,
Your
the
hadith, your
surnames.
tafsir,
Don't have
Look,
it.
look.
Soko. 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 Hello, look at me. Sunshine. Sunshine. Sunshine.
If you got time.
The understanding of how. No, let me finish. He's timing it to be fair. He's timing it to be fair. He doesn't understand his own Islamic history. He thinks that the Quran's been perfect. There's no problem. No. But the early Ummah, the early Sahaba, did not have that view. Ubay ibn Ka'b, one of the master reciters of the Quran, according to Muhammad, said there's 116 surahs. He had his own codex. All the
Where's
way
the reference?
all the way up in Kufa.
Where's the reference?
All the way up in Kufa. What about Abdullah ibn Masud?
Please
He
show
was
me
another
reference.
one. It's in your.
Show me
I
reference.
challenge anyone watching this to prove it's wrong.
Please show me
Look,
reference. No, I don't want website.
A history of Al-Tabari.
I don't want website.
Al-Tabari, sorry. A history of
No,
Al-Tabari.
Tabari, I don't
Proof
want.
Oh, you don't
all
like
things.
Hadith? You don't like
No,
Al-Tabari?
hadith.
I'm quoting you
Or Quran.
tafsir.
Come on,
I don't
everyone
like
can
tafsir.
write.
All
Everyone
right
can
then,
write.
hadith. I will quote you
Everyone
hadith.
can write. Where's
There is
hadith?
Sahih hadith that talks
Okay,
about
show me.
how there was disagreement up north about the different ways people were reciting the Quran. Some were reciting it differently. This was then reconciled by Uthman. Now let me say, in this hadith, and I'll read it if you want. What it says is, believers, do not. Was it? So this. Something like.
Bato, llama.
Oh, people do not differ about the Quran like the Jews and the Christians differ about the book. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what they say. And so it was taken at Uthman.
Show a reference here.
I will, sure. So it was taken at Uthman, and then Uthman
Man is very
standardized it
miserable.
because the
He's very
Muslims, the
miserable.
Sahaba did not agree.
Soko. Soko. These guys are useless. Bring someone else. Yeah, bring someone else who can debate with us. They're insipid. Look at him.
You do not know your
Tafsir is
own
someone
religion.
said.
Show me the evidence. Show me.
All of his greatest
You have
scholars
reference.
under the bus.
You have
I'm
reference.
reading.
Siraaj.
Give me a second.
Go to the contradictions, the Bible.
Oh, see, change
Not in the
topic,
Quran.
Islam.
No, we're not changing. We're not changing. Just to show you that the Bible is corrupted. And the case finished.
I will show him the contradictions from the Bible,
That's it.
all the versions of the Bible. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
We know the versions of the
All
Bible.
right, here we go.
Okay.
So this is Sahih al-Bukhari, 4987.
Sahih Bukhari, what
I'm
number?
reading from Sunnah.
Listen, Lamin, you might
4987.
learn. Listen.
Look, I'm here today. Anyone bring them. Yeah? Yeah. The Bible or the Quran. Which one is the word of God? Bring them here. I'm here. They run away from me like chicken-hearted wimps.
Just one question. Do you believe all the verses of the Bible?
Let read the evidence.
Do you believe? He said he believes all the verses of the Bible.
I believe
And I will
the
show him
Bible.
some verses.
Bible.
Okay, now you
Really
start
hear what
with
he's saying.
yours.
And
Start
the
with
message
yours.
is unchanged.
Okay,
So let me
okay,
show-
start with yours.
He wants to change the topic he's preparing to.
Okay, what number?
4987. Sahih al-Bukhari. It says narrated.
Wait,
and
wait,
that-
let me go there.
I will wait patiently for him to bring this up so I can read it to you. Because this is in your Sahih.
Okay, go on.
Okay, here we go.
Number?
4987. Yeah.
497.
You speak, you read Arabic? Alright, so you read in the Arabic, I'll read the translation. I'll read everything else. Okay. Alright, here we go. Narrated Anas bin Malik. Hudayfa bin al-Yaman came to Uthman at the time the people of Sham and the people of Iraq were waging war to conquer Amiya and Abu Jahl. Forgive my pronunciation. Hudayfa was afraid of the people of Sham and Iraq, differences in the recitation of the Quran. So he said to Uthman, O chief of the believers, save this nation before they differ about the book, Quran, as Jews and the Christians did before. In other words, he's thinking there are totally different things being said about the Quran.
Wallahi, he's a
Whoops.
liar, this guy.
That's not
Wait,
good.
look at the way
This is his
he's
Sahih.
exaggerating.
This is Sahih.
I can't believe-
Sahih Bukhari is a liar.
Wait,
Sahih Bukhari is a liar.
He's adding some words.
The translation.
He's adding some
Wait,
words.
go on, go on.
He's adding some words.
Muslims, go on
bring that on
Sunnah.com.
the
Go on
scene.
Sunnah.com and you will read the same thing I'm
Amazing.
reading.
Do you know any more than one recitation of the
Same thing I'm
Quran?
reading.
You know,
Right,
we
here we
have
go, here we go.
multiple
Right. So Uthman sent a message to Hafsa saying,
liar.
send us the manuscripts of the Quran so that we may compile the Quranic materials in perfect copies. Quranic materials? That means there's more than one. Okay, and return the manuscripts, plural, to you. Hafsa sent it to Uthman. Uthman then ordered Zayd bin Thabit, like you mentioned before, Abdullah
Look,
bin Usayd.
The guy is desperate.
Zayd bin
Yeah, he's desperate. Yeah, listen, he's desperate. Listen yourself.
Khalid bin Hisham to write the manuscripts in perfect copies. Uthman said to the three Qurayshi men, in case you disagree with Zayd bin Thabit on any point in the Quran, then write it in the dialect of the Quraysh. The Quran was revealed in their tongue. Wait, why would there be
I already got the
disagreements? Why would there be disagreements over the Quran? The answer is simple. It's because the
You're
master
gonna embarrass
reciters of
yourself in a
Muhammad
minute.
wrote the
Wait,
Quran
wait,
too.
Wallahi, you're gonna be
Didn't
so
agree on what it
embarrassed.
was.
Wait.
They heard different things from Muhammad
Wait.
and they didn't know how to reconcile it. Now, let's read the ending. So here we go. They did so. And when they had written many copies, Uthman returned the original manuscripts to Hafsa. Uthman sent to every Muslim province one copy of what they had copied and ordered that all other Quranic materials, whether written in fragmentary manuscripts or whole copies, be
Such a jack.
Burned.
they were ordered them to be burned.
Okay, wait.
This is how you know
wait,
your
explain
Quran
it.
is
I'll
changed.
explain.
This is how you know. Go on.
You're so desperate. No, that's it. We know the chain of narration. We know.
Wait. First of all, Uthman, he said materials.
Yes,
You know what
Quran.
materials Uthman is talking about?
Yes.
The papers that Quran was written
Alex,
in there.
Musaf,
So he said, but
Abdullah ibn Masud,
different
Musaf
books.
of Ubay ibn Ka'b.
He changed materials into different books.
A Musaf. Do you know what a Musaf
Okay,
is? Go
wait.
to it.
So the papers, Uthman, what he did is he took the papers that was written,
I'm not lying.
Quran, all of it. Wait, look. And then he copied all of them into one book, and then he burnt it.
But what?
But he said
burnt it, yeah.
he burnt it. When did he burn Uthman the hadith?
Can we read it again?
After he copied
Muslims, get it out. Read
all
it for
them
yourselves.
aside.
Follow along with me. Follow along with me.
Look,
read it.
Uthman,
Right, this is
Desperate.
Sunnah.com.
Chris, you're desperate, man. Listen,
Okay, I'll be polite. and let him
Uthman,
finish.
before he burnt the papers,
The Quranic.
he put together, compiled, put them in one book,
combined.
and then he
Combined
gave
together.
them the papers, because when Prophet was there and Allah was revealing the Quran unto the Prophet, the Sahabas, the companion, used to write every single verse was sent by Allah.
exactly.
And then after Uthman's time, he brought those papers all together and he put together in one book.
Absolutely.
And then he burnt the
And then he
papers.
just burnt all of it.
Exactly.
The book remained. By him, the Bible he has, I got 700 contradictions. Now,
Right, let's go.
700 contradictions.
Let's go.
Wait. Let me
See how easy
Let me finish.
you twist it. You see
Let me
how you
finish.
guys came here.
So
They go to
Uthman
an
burnt
Islamic
the
website and twist the hadith and the Quran.